Okay, so let's create a new project and start taking a look at how we can use MIDI tracks and instruments and record our first MIDI part. So to do this, I'm going to open up an empty project. So when I open up this doesn't have any tracks with it. But I want to add an instrument track. So I can go to the Insert menu and hit Soft Synth here, or I can just right-click here and say Insert Instrument. For this, let's first go to this menu over here and click Soft Synth. So over here, it brings up the track dialog window and I can choose a synth to add. Likewise, if I right click here and say Insert Instrument, it's going to bring me up this different instrument dialog window here where it says Add Track, which is an instrument track. And if I click here, I'm seeing that same selection of instruments. By default, it's opening up the TTS1, which is a sampler instrument in Cakewalk. But what I like about this is its default patch is a piano. And I've got a piano idea that I want to record in, so I'm going to select that and hit Create. Don't worry too much about these. I'm going to cover them soon. So that creates an instrument track for me over here. If I play, I can hear it playing back. And that's because I've set up the correct MIDI input device that's sending MIDI notes to this instrument. So to see that data, I can drag this bigger over here. And over here, you can choose what you want your MIDI input to be. So I can click over here and choose my exact MIDI controller. So I'm using an Innovation launch key, and I want to send MIDI on MIDI Omni. Now, MIDI Omni means it sends MIDI to all the MIDI channels. If you're sending to a particular MIDI channel, you can select over here. So I'm just going to select Omni, and when I play back, I'm hearing my notes coming back through the instrument. And that's because I've turned on the input echo. If this was off, for example, I wouldn't hear my instrument. If I click over here, this is going to open up the instrument. So you can see this is the TTS1 instrument. And when I play back, you're getting signal over there showing that it's triggering this piano instrument. In going through some of these other parameters, I want to see the clips. So these, I can see the clips, the notes, or the automation. But for now, I just want to look at the clips that are being recorded onto this track area over here. There's a mute, a solo. When we start recording, we need to record, enable our track, and this is going to record a clip over here. Over here, we've got the automation modes, read and write, and then over here, this is just the output. So this is being sent out to the stereo master bus. So let's record in a piece. I've got the simple chord progression that's just playing an F, then going to an A minor, then to an E over C, then back to the F. So that's the chord progression I want to record in. Now, I just want to set the correct tempo. So I know it's not at 120. This is at 100 BPM. So I can click here to make the change. So that's going to be 100 BPM. And I want to hear a click playing back when I record. And you've got the click properties over here. So this means that the click is only going to play back during recording. If you want to hear the click during playback, you can select this option here. For example, if I just hit play, this is going to start the transport playback. I don't hear anything. If I engage this, now I can hear that click. Now, if I want to change any properties with the click, I can go over here, and this opens up the metronome settings for my project. For example, maybe I want a count-in measure before I start recording, and I can set this over here. So let's say I want 2 measures to play back before it starts recording. Then over here are the options for the metronome sounds. So for the first beats, I can set a specific tone or sound, and the same for the other beats. Test these out and see if they work for you, but I'm just going to stick with the default ones for now. So I'm going to hit apply and close it. Now I want to set with this playhead where I want to start recording. I don't want to record right at the beginning. I just want to give myself a bit of leeway in the beginning. So I'm going to place the playhead at bar 3. Then I'm going to record on my track. So that's going to record a clip onto this track. And when I'm ready, I can hit this record button, or I can hit the shortcut R to start recording. So I'm just going to make sure I've got my notes ready on my keyboard. And here we go. Okay, so I'm finished recording. I can hit stop. And here is the MIDI clip that has been recorded onto this instrument track. Now I want to show you some zooming shortcuts. If I hold down Control and the left and right arrow key, I can zoom out and zoom in. So I can just zoom to see that MIDI clip more clearly. Likewise, if I hit Control up and down, it's going to zoom in or increase that track height of the track. So maybe I want a smaller track because I've got many tracks over here and I want to see them all. Or maybe I just want to expand. I can either hold here, drag open, or use those shortcuts. So like I said, this is the MIDI clip that's been recorded onto this track. Now we're going to get into MIDI editing in the next video, but basically if I click this, it's going to open up the MIDI editor over here. And with this editor, I can select nodes, move them around, correct them, extend them, and all that type of stuff to improve the MIDI performance. So that's the basics of creating an instrument track and then recording a part to it. Now, next up, I want to create another track and show you how you can use the virtual keyboard controller if you don't have an external MIDI controller connected to your system.